6th of February 2023. In this flash, I'm talking about the earthquake in Turkey. Now, let me start by saying there's already conspiracy theories running around about that earthquake. And I'm going to show you this slide. Look at it. It should be noted that the distance between earthquake center right circle and the US NATO circle encirclic base left circle is less than 140 kilometers. It is known that the US government has been storing at least 50 nuclear bombs in this base since until 2019. Speculation will be rife, but also should be considered. And this is something that someone sent to me, and there was also mention about the fact that there was an attack on Iran by Israel, and now we have that earthquake and things like that. And I spent some time and investigated some of these things, and then I came onto also a link that someone that supports the channel sent me, and it was a guy in America that is, it seems to me that that's his hobby, to analyze earthquakes around the world. And I am quite convinced that this was a real earthquake. It wasn't something machined or manufactured or something. So I just thought I'll mention that, because if you look at that and then you look at this article, Israel was boasting that it has elaborated the system for predicting earthquakes with 80% precision. A week ago, the Western embassies were closed in Turkey, and the Westerners were advised to leave the country ASAP due to the terrorist attack threat. Today, Turkey and Siriya was hit with an extremely strong earthquake. My guess is that Israel has informed its Western counterparts about the upcoming earthquakes. The Western supremacists are caring exclusively about their own precious lives, giving a shit about those who are considered inferior to them, those third-rate Arabs and Turks. There is no need to inform them about the threat. Let them die. Who cares? How many lives would be saved if people were aware of the upcoming threat? That's, as far as I'm concerned, also something that is speculation. But as with all of these things, usually there's enough facts to make you consider it. But as I said many times, I give you the info, you think about it. And now let's get to the earthquake. This is from Syria in Aleppo. Was severely affected by the earthquake. Great destruction, and the voices of many families can be heard from under the rubble. More than 100 deaths and hundreds of injuries were reported. Now, as far as the death figures is concerned, I will be careful at this point in time, because they're climbing by the hour. So, but I mean, it's tragic. Can you imagine you are trapped under a building that has been collapsed by an earthquake? It's chaos all over the place. How long will it be before someone would come to try and rescue you? Horrible. Who is this oak that posted on the 3rd of February? Sooner or later there will be a M7.5 earthquake in this region, south central Turkey, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon. And that is quite interesting. So there were forecasts, and that guy that I watched on the YouTube channel, he also predicted a heavy earthquake for that region 10 days ago. And look at this. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake has devastated areas across southeast Turkey and northern Syria. At least 912 deaths were reported in Turkey, while 560 people died in Syria. As I said earlier, I'll be careful with the death figures because it climbs by the hour. And look at the devastation. Look at that. It is absolutely horrible. Look at this. Whole apartment blocks that came down. But I listened to another commentator, and he showed images because he was there in Turkey a few months ago, and he had a lot of pictures that he's taken in the streets and so forth. And then if you look at the buildings, as he said, it is cinder block buildings, and many of those cinder blocks were not even properly cemented in, only on the edges, and they're 5 stories high, and brick buildings 5 stories high. And he said that it is a known earthquake belt there, and he cannot understand that the guys are building those flimsy buildings. So it's understandable that so many of those things just simply collapsed. If you look again on this photo, you can see whole blocks of flats collapsed, whole blocks. Then we get to this. Oh, this is sad. Turkey, the famous Roman period Gaziantep Castle, a World Heritage Site, right north of the border with Syria, is completely gone. Look at those images. Look at that. That was before the earthquake, and this is after the earthquake. Totally destroyed. That will most probably never come back. That is sad. And I'm sure there's a lot of historical landmarks that has been destroyed and is gone. In any case, I just thought I'll bring this to you because it's a hot topic. Please give me a like and subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.